Okay, guys, so even here, God is even here, right? So I was talking to somebody just now and said, hey, tell me about your, well, it didn't start off this way. Let me start at the beginning. So I said, hey, that's really interesting. A priest here with a motorcycle, a priest who has a helmet in the restaurant. Those two don't usually go together, right? And he was telling me about his motorcycle when I got out here. And we got into a conversation about church. Now, I've never argued with a priest or had a conversation with a priest. But, I'm like, I have a hard time with the word Catholic in your church. And he's like, well, we're this type of Catholic, big C, little c. There's the big C, the Roman Catholic, the little c. It's not the same. And we got talking. And I said, well, I'm trying to find the paper, guys. I can't find it. He said, if you go on this QR code, you will see things about our church. And I said, well, it's faith only that you're saved, right? And he said, no, it's faith and works. I said, actually, that's wrong, right? It's not faith and works. When Jesus went on the cross, he said, it is finished. He said, he is finished. I'm like, no, I think he said, it is finished. Do words matter sometimes? Sometimes they do, guys. We talk about King James Version, New Testament, translations. We talk about different translations and how sometimes those words do matter. I'm going to check it, but I think Jesus said it is finished. So when we say it is finished, it means the work on the cross is done. It has nothing to do with works. So I said, if you're saying the gospel also includes works, that's another gospel. That's another gospel. That's not the gospel that we are to carry, right? So he's like, well, I gotta get going. Yep. Okay. So, that's, you got light and dark guys here. So I said, no, in Ephesians, it says we're created for good works, right? We're created for good works, but we're not. He goes, you gotta look at the whole thing. And I'm like, I am, but he goes, you're digging into different aspects. And I go, well, specifically, let's talk about salvation. Specifically, if Christ did this, right, it's by faith only. If he died for no reason, right, it'd be like it's not enough, the cross, right? So he died for us. And so it's good to know your Bible, guys, to debate. And there was another issue, too, which needed clarification with him. But you want to know what you believe, guys, because he wanted me to go to his church. And I'm like, oh, actually, I'm going to a Bible church down the road over here today. But you want to know what you believe, because people can lure you into church very easily. I'm like, if it doesn't say it in the Bible, it's not true. Oh, I know the other point. The other point was Martin Luther King. I said, Martin Luther King said, it is by faith we are saved, not of works. He's like, I don't agree with everything with Martin Luther. Did I say Martin Luther King? Martin Luther. He's like, I don't agree with everything with Martin Luther. He goes, but I would say if you don't have faith, you're not saved. I go, I think that's what I just said. It's the same thing. By faith, you are saved. Which means if you don't have faith, you're not saved. Same thing, right? Be very careful about people twisting words, pulling you in, changing the meaning of words. He said Catholic means Jesus Christ. I don't know that it does. He said it's transferred from the Hebrew to the Greek. Check everything, guys. So anyways, I'm going to church this morning, but I did challenge his beliefs. You want to make sure you know what someone believes, guys, before you go to their church.